Good morning, guys. Happy Tuesday. I hope you had a great Monday off and a happy Memorial Day with your family. I'm going to go ahead and show you today's assignment. First thing I have on here, if you haven't had time to send me a photo or a video to put into our we'll miss you, thank you Mr. Molina project that we're going to be showing him as a surprise at graduation, please do that today. I want that to be part of your assignment. Do that first and send it to me because I'm working on it today. So you can email it to me. I put my email right here, or you can text it to me, either one, and then that way I can put yours in there. I've loved the ones that I have seen so far. I think they're very sweet, so thank you for sending them. Today we have your morning check-in and this teacher tutorial, and then what you're doing today is you are writing your outline for tomorrow's paragraph. So we've read all these texts down here about budgeting. And on Friday, you were given a worksheet that told you a scenario where you're being paid a certain amount of money every single month of the summer, and you have to decide how you want to spend that money. An important part of this paragraph, as always, is that you have to support your reasoning with evidence. So if you didn't do Friday's assignment, you need to do it so you know how much money you're working with. Because if you pretend that you have like $5,000, it won't work. So here's a planner. We've got an introduction. So this can be a hook because you know that we love hooks. They have like a general statement about budgeting choices, why it's important to make a budget, whatever you want to do. For this type of paragraph where you're informing your reader, if you don't want to hook them and you'd rather be more philosophical and talk about why money is so important to use wisely, you could do that too. So you identify one of your budget items from the organizer that we did on Friday. So one of the things that you wanted to either save money for or spend your money on, you're going to identify them. So you can easily say one one item I wanted to save for this summer is blank, or conversely, you could say one item that I am spending my money on is blank. And then you need to explain what this expense is for and why you have it in your budget. And then this right here is always the most important, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and highlight it for you. You need to find evidence from those texts that I put on the main page of this assignment, and it needs to be evidence that supports your budget item. So if you're saying that you want to save money to go buy a dragon, then you might have a hard time finding any information in the text that we read about saying that that was a really good idea. Okay, so the evidence you find needs to support what you're doing. Now, if you wanted to save money for some type of video game or design tool or coding robot or something like that. An example I would tell you is that the Steve Jobs speech could have really good evidence because he went kind of beyond what people wanted him to do, and he experienced all these things that later helped him in life. So if you're trying to say I want to save for this video game because in my future I might be creating them or creating technology and I need to have all the experience I can with video games to be able to do this. That's actually a good argument. You just want to get creative and find evidence that supports what you're saying. So if you go back to our assignment here, you have a fair amount of articles. A Lesson About Money, that was a fictional tale. Teens Learn About 401k, that was about the students in Virginia. Start Smart, Money Management. So this article would have good information about how to manage your money, how to spend it well and save it well too. So that probably has a lot of good evidence. Money and Financing, Budgeting Money, that's going to have good evidence. It's talking about how to budget. So maybe if you're talking about that you're spending some and you're saving some, this would be a good one. And then you have Steve Jobs' article, and I think this one will help you if you're trying to get more creative in spending your money. I think this one might support you the most in that. Okay. Um, in the lesson about money, this was an article where the boy wanted to go buy the books and he didn't realize how expensive they were, and he only had $10, and he learned that he could only buy one. His mom didn't buy him the other one. So if I've heard some people say that they wanted to save a lot of their money, if you were one of those people who didn't really want to spend much and you wanted to save it a lot, or you wanted to give some to your parents, or you wanted to help out with groceries or things like that, this would be a really good one to say that like you're saving because in this article you learned that things are expensive and that it's like better to save and to help out than to spend. So you can have your own opinions throughout your whole paragraph. There's a lot of different articles here to help you out. And I'm very sorry for my morning scratchy voice. This is the first time I've talked since I got up at 7. But that's about it. So you'll do the same thing again with your next budget item. So you do need to have different things. If you kind of flopped on Friday and you just said, I'm saving everything, well, then you have more work to do today because you have to kind of redo your budget because you need to have 2 different items. So there needs to be, if you're saving everything, you need to have at least 2 things you're saving it for your budget item 1 and budget item 2, but you can't just do nothing with the money that you were given in Friday's assignment. All right, then you elaborate again, you give your evidence again, and then you have your concluding statement. For your conclusion, you can come back to why budgeting is so important, or if you're someone who's spending your money, you can come back to why you think it's important to spend your money, whatever you want to do. But this will set you up for your paragraph that you'll write tomorrow. So remember, if you do your organizer well, this needs to be in full sentences. Your evidence needs to come from the text in quotation marks. If you set this up, it makes tomorrow so much easier because it's totally done. You've got full sentences, you've got evidence and quotes, you've got your intro, you've got your conclusion. You just piece it together and you're good to go. All right, so do this well. You do have science today, so I will see you over there. I'm going to record that next. And please send me the things from Mr. Molina. And also check in with your parents today. I texted everyone yesterday too. I have a lot of pictures, but if anyone's parent forgot to send pictures of like you guys together throughout your time at school, you guys together playing sports or extracurricular activities, just you as a baby, anything sweet for our graduation slideshow, please have them send it to me today. You can give them the same information here, my email or my phone number. So check in with your parents and see if they did that because today I'll basically be making a lot of slideshows. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.